Hey guys, this is an update for our cabin. This big mess you see on the floor is our wood stove. And what happened was, we got a Vermont Castings. It's an Aspen wood stove, and it's nice and small. It's got a glass front door. As you can see here, we wanted to be able to see the fire, but we wanted a small stove. And I got this for steel, and the people said it wasn't working right, or it wasn't good for their space or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever, it's a wood stove, what can possibly be wrong with it? Well, they were right, it wasn't working right. And so it's pretty much brand new. The problem was the flame was extremely lazy. I set it up in our driveway out here, and I had the wood stove, or the stovepipe on top of it. I had about 10 feet of it to get plenty of draw, and it just was extremely lazy flame, and it would basically just go out. And I did a little research, and this is actually the bottom inside of the stove, and there's air inlets here and here that come in from the back. And I noticed there was some of this assembly cement, this stuff here, which they used to glue everything together and seal it up. And it was stuck in here and a little bit here. And so I removed that. I'm like, that's easy, that's the problem. And so I removed that, and I moved some from the back, and it worked a little bit better, but still wasn't right. So at the end of the day, I had to take the whole thing apart. And there is, you can see here, this is some of the assembly cement I've removed from the air ducts. So the way this stove works is there's 3 air inlets. There's an air inlet here in the bottom. I'm sorry, there's 3 channels. So there's one on each side of here, right, which comes into the bottom, and on each side, maybe there's 4 channels. I don't know, whatever. There's these ducts that go on the side, right? This will be the left side, and as you can see, what it does is it carries the air through this channel and up here into this duct. That's what the problem is, and it goes to these tubes on the top. And I noticed that these tubes had holes drilled in them. So I'm like, that must be an air inlet. And it is. The tubes go here, and the air comes through the channel and up and through the tubes. And so you're getting air from the top, and you're getting air from the bottom. But that's how you're supposed to. But as you can see, these things were completely clogged up with all this cement. I mean, and this isn't even a bad one. I mean, they were completely clogged, totally clogged. And as you can see, this is some of the stuff we've been removing. It's just stupid. So, and I'm expecting it to work really well after this. I have to reassemble it, get some cement, and do it properly. And one more thing I have to do is, this is 2 pieces. I have to separate these two, because as you can see, there's still a whole bunch of cement here. I mean, they just went to town. And there's actually an air channel inside of here between these two clam pieces. And remove this and remove all that cement and redo it. And we'll see what she looks like when she's all done. Okay, so the stove has been cleaned up, and I reassembled it, and I'm testing it out right now. As you can clearly see, we have a nice strong fire going in there, and it's before we couldn't even get that without leaving the door open. You close the door, the flames would get extremely lazy, and basically you just go out. And we actually only got 6 feet of pipe on here today, but that's enough draw to get a nice roaring fire. So that worked really well. We're really excited to get this up on a cabin. For any of you that might be getting one of these stoves, those who have Vermont Castings Aspen, so it's important to keep this front part clear because that's one of the air inlets. And yeah, keep that clear, and the air also comes up from the tubes on top there. Ooh, it's getting hot. And yeah, she works great. So that was a success. See how she goes up at the cabin.